Well, good evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecast coming back here once again to give you guys a quick weather video regarding what to expect as we get towards tomorrow and into late week and into the weekend. As always, this video is sponsored by our partners at Superior RV in Conway, Arkansas. If you need an RV, give them a call at 501-214-8153, or you can visit their website at rvbestbuy.com. So, let's talk about some RV weather, guys. This is like, you know, today was very warm and humid. It felt like it was late May, early June. I want you guys to take a look at Texarkana here, and this is not an error or anything like that. This is an actual reading at about 1:21 this afternoon. 90 degrees, guys, in April. When is the last time we had 90 degrees in April? That is a bad sign to what's coming up this upcoming summer. So they did hit 90 degrees down there today. Everywhere else was kind of in the 70s, low 80s across the board, but it was very humid for today here. Let's take a look at what we've got going on at this current time here. So we have cooled down. We're down to 82 degrees in Texarkana, 81 in Little Rock, 82 in Pine Bluff, 79 degrees in Lake Village, 81 in Harrison, 75 in Memphis, and 79 in Jonesboro, 82 degrees in both Fort Smith and in Russellville at this current time here. So let's talk about tomorrow. Let's talk about the headlines here. This is the headlines as we get towards late week and into the weekend. Cooler weather is going to move in, but you guys know full well cooler air moving into a warmer and more humid air mass is going to result in thunderstorms. Some of them could be severe as we get towards tomorrow. I do believe tomorrow's threat is going to be mainly damaging winds, mainly the damaging wind threat and the hail threat. I'm back and forth about the tornado threat because you need a lot of more wind shear aloft to get a solid tornado threat to get going. Could there be an isolated spin up or two? Could be possible, but not expecting this to be a big deal in terms of the tornado threat for tomorrow. But I am concerned about the wind threat because of the clashing of the air masses with the frontal boundary coming in. Speaking of said severe threat, let's talk about it. But I want to turn your attention for just a little bit to this because there's been a lot of confusion on the page about our risk areas here. I brought this up to you guys in February. We had a whole video. We had a lot of posts about it. We asked you guys what were your thoughts. A lot of people were on board with this, and that's why we made the change. We didn't make the change without everybody contributing to this, including our own team. So a lot of people are like, we need to go back to the Wrangler scale. This is the scale that everybody wanted back in February. So this is what we've got. So I'm going to explain this real quickly here, okay? So level 1 is a possible risk. Basically, strong to isolated severe storms could be possible in that area. Same wording that it could be used for the level 1 marginal. So basically in this area, in this gold area down here in southern and southeastern Arkansas and up here in northwestern Arkansas, those in the possible area. That's where you could see the potential of strong to isolated severe storms. Then you have level 2. Level 2 is going to be the likely zone. You know, strong to isolated severe thunderstorms are likely in this area. That means you're going to see some strong storms. Some of them could be severe, but strong storms are like 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. Could be some small hail, etc. here. So that's pretty much equal to the level 2 slight risk that you see from the Storm Prediction Center. All of our risk areas follow the SPC guidance. This is not something that we generate here at Arkansas Weather Watchers. This is something that SPC generates. All we do is we break it down so that way people stay aware of severe weather. Level 3 is where things become interesting. That's where we start breaking in the SWAD day, the severe weather alert day, because that is equivalent to the enhanced risk area, and that's where severe thunderstorms start to become likely. And as you can see, for our folks up here in far northeastern Arkansas, this is where we now have the level 3. Let's take a look at it. It's going to be right up here. It's going to be damaging winds. So like I mentioned before, this is kind of a breakdown on our risk levels. And obviously, when you get to level 4, level 5, you start talking severe weather and tornado outbreaks and stuff like that. Fortunately, we hadn't had a 4 or 5 yet. We still have a very long spring to go. I'm not going to say we're not going to deal with it at some point, but late month and into early May looks very, very active once we get on the other side of this pattern change. So just something to keep in mind. But basically for tomorrow, what's going to happen is you're going to have a cold front move through. Damaging winds is going to be the number one primary threat. This is just going to be a wind threat right out of the gate. And then you're going to have the hail threat, and then you're going to have to monitor for the potential of a tornado threat. I would like to see a little bit more ingredients come together for the tornado threat, but just something that we'll keep in mind. Timing is going to be from 2 p.m. till 10. I promise you guys, we're going to have a timing map probably as early as later this evening once we get better data in. I like to take my sweet time with those timing maps because they change so much. But a broad timing is going to be from 2 to 10 p.m. across the board here, okay? So for tonight, it's going to be muggy. It's just going to feel muggy. It's going to feel like a summer night. Temperatures, I'd be honest with you, Little Rock, Fort Smith, probably down there in Texarkana and Lake Village, you guys might not even get out of the 70s tonight. Elsewhere, you may drop briefly into the 60s, but as soon as that sun comes up tomorrow, you're going to warm right back up. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 80s across the board in front of this cold front. You guys know full well, very warm and muggy air in front of a cold front bringing in cooler and drier air always results in thunderstorm activity as we move into tomorrow. Do you have our app downloaded? This is the number one thing too. A lot of people don't have our app downloaded. Go take a look at it. It's going to save you a lot of time and anxiety, especially when we deal with severe weather. It brings you notifications on both Facebook and YouTube. It has radar. It also has a localized 7-day forecast and an hourly forecast, so you can go check that out as well here. So let's switch gears over to the model data here. And I want to show you guys what to expect as we get into tomorrow. So I'm going to look at the WRF. I think this has the best view on what we're looking at for tomorrow. Very warm conditions, by the way. Like I mentioned before, somebody's going to hit 90 degrees tomorrow in front of this cold front. Can you spot the cold front, by the way? And it's going to be ranging from Texas all the way through here. Temperatures in the 80s, some 90s, near 100 out here in northeastern Texas. This is crazy, guys, in April. And behind it, you've got temperatures in the 50s and 60s. So obviously, that change of air mass is going to result in the potential of seeing some thunderstorms. Let's go over to your reflectivity. There's your cold front right in here. Thunderstorms start to pop up. It's about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Like I said before, I may have to switch the timing around a little bit as we move into tonight. And then we can take this out a little bit further. And you can see by the time we get into 7 o'clock, there's a bona fide line of storms coming in. It's going to start from northwest Arkansas, make its way all the way down to central, and then into southern Arkansas as we move into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, into tomorrow night. Like I said, main threat, damaging winds. This is damaging wind threat number one right out of the gate. And then you're going to have the hail threat, and I cannot rule out the tornado threat. It's just, like I said, we don't have a lot of things together for that tornado threat. And then by the time we get into 11 tomorrow evening, things should be coming to an end. So, like I said before, we're going to have a timing map probably as early this evening. If I don't get to it this evening, it'll be first thing in the morning. And we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather.